there is one thing that my taken made-up character, Benjamin Williams, and this girl named Hannah, they have one special thing in common. They are both happily, secretly married people. And they did marry these people who are different than the other. Well, Benjamin Williams did marry a very beautiful woman who was a fortune teller, while Hannah married this unknown dude who had transformed into a wolf. Wait, what? Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Bob197. This is my review for a day. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well, my friends, it's that time again for another movie review. And I'm very sorry that I haven't done an animated movie review for a while. And to tell you the truth is, last week, or is it this week, last week, I don't know which week it is, I was thinking to myself, maybe I should do another animation movie review again. I was thinking I would like to do both, but I'll have to save the other for later. So I had like a choice between Chicken Run or Wolf Children. I can't tell which movie review that I really want to do. So I'd rather go on hold Chicken Run for a while and just do this movie review that is one of the most popular anime films of all time. And that is Wolf Children. And this is a very, very good film to watch. And yes, it is also a very, very sad story. A very sad story that we will never forget in movie history. And it did end up in a, I will say, like a bittersweet note, and not really a sad note, but it's more like a bittersweet note that I'm not allowed to spoil. So anyway, without further ado, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my next movie review of Wolf Children. And so, let's get on to the main plot of the story. It's a story about this young college woman named Hannah who's trying to study real hard. She needs to get an education and all that stuff. She has a job at some dryer clean place, if I remember right. Yeah, she dries clothes and all that stuff. Until one day she met this unknown dude that came out of nowhere who wears a white shirt and jeans and I think tennis shoes, if I remember right. This guy just came out of nowhere. He does have a job and he has a driver's license, and let's just say he's just an unknown dude that came out of nowhere until like one night on Christmas Eve, Hannah found out the truth about this dude she met like a few weeks ago or something like that. That this dude could transform himself into a wolf. And she's very surprised about it, that this dude is really a wolf. And yes, they did get married. More like a secret marriage thing. They have a secret marriage. I know they don't have wedding rings, but I think they are secretly married. Yes, they did get married. They live in that very same tiny house. And they gave birth to these two wonderful kids. One is a boy and the other is a girl. Until, like, one day, poor Hannah found out that her secretly married husband, he got killed maybe by an accident or something. I have no idea what happened. But yeah, that dude died for some unknown reason. And without her husband, it's up to her to take care of those kids. And sadly, those poor children are also wolves as well. You know, little kids that transform into wolves for some unknown reason. So it's all up to her to take care of the kids and try to get to know what to do with their lives and try to make everything better, I guess. So sadly, that's my whole entire plot of Wolf Children. And I guess everybody wants to know is, and everybody's so darn concerned is, what the heck do I think about this movie? Well, to tell you the truth, ladies and dudes, I will say this is a pretty darn good movie to watch. I will say I do like the storyline for the most part. The characters are pretty darn likable. The animation is so darn beautiful in so many ways. It had a good, interesting score. I love the sceneries and highlight moments of this movie. And I love the character designs. And it does have one of the most saddest or bittersweet notes that you will never forget in movie history. So yeah, this is a pretty good movie to watch. So let's go on to my strongest points and the weakest points of this movie. I will say for the strongest points for this movie is truly the main character herself, Hana. I really love Hana. She's a really good, headstrong character. I really love her storyline. I love her personality and I love her attitude. And the best part about Hana is she is a really good secretly married wife who did marry a very good secretly married husband. And I really love the character development and chemistry between her and her secretly married husband. I really love that relationship so darn much. But sadly, it's a short-lived one as well. And I really love the character development and chemistry that she had with her children. It was breathtaking. So I don't have anything else to say about Hana. So yeah, I will say Hana is truly the best, strongest point about this film. And now let's go on to my biggest, weakest point of the movie for me. I got two main weak points. Just two. Now, don't get me wrong, ladies and dudes. I really do like the dude named the Wolfman. I'd rather call him the Wolfman instead of Father. I think Father is a really silly name. But I know he is the father of those two children. Well, he only know one of them, but sadly he never got to know the other. So yeah, about the Wolfman, we only know a little bit about his storyline, just a little bit, but I wish we could get to know more of this dude. He's such an interesting character. I really like his looks, his design, his personality and attitude. But yeah, I just wish we got to know this character just a little bit more if this dude didn't die somewhere around like in the near beginning and the near middle of the story. It sucks for him to die like that, if you know what I mean. So yeah, for my first major weak point in the movie is I wish we got to know this character just a little bit more. And the other weak point that I found with this movie, and I don't know why the director decided to add that part of the movie, there was gonna be a tiny bit of a sex scene between Hana and the Wolfman. It's like, what the hey, dude? Why do you want to add a little bit of a sex scene in a PG film? I wonder if you want to take a risk or something. I mean, why a freaking sex scene in a PG movie? What the hey? Well, it's only a little bit. The only thing I can remember about this tiny bit of a sex scene is, yeah, Hana got naked, the Wolfman got naked, and they decide to do it. I wonder if she wants to take a risk of having sex with the Wolfman if she won't transform herself into a wolf. What the heck? What's going on here? I want to get to know that little bit of that weak point that I found in this movie that makes no sense to me. So yeah, I will say for my little bit of a weak point in this movie, well, my second main weak point in the movie is why they decide a little bit, why they want to add a little bit of a sex scene to that film. What the heck? That makes no sense. It's a freaking PG-13 film, for goodness sakes, not a rated PG-13 film. I wish I know what that director dude was thinking back then when he added that scene in the movie. Ow, 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 that hurts. Alright, I need to calm down a little bit. Alright, since I got those two big weak points out of the way, let's go on to the characters. I already explained about Hana and the Wolfman. I will go with one more character I do care about in this movie, and that is Yuki. Their first child. You know, the first child that was born into the film. I really like Yuki. She is a very good, interesting character. I mean, she had a really good storyline. She has a great personality and attitude. She's such a cool wild child when she was just a little girl. She likes to do wild stuff here and there, and she doesn't mind to be a wolf sometimes. You know, both inside and out. And she really loves her mother very much. She is a good, you know, mummy's little girl. And I will say this right now, that Yuki is truly one of the best characters in the whole entire movie. I really love this character to death. She is a very good, fleshed out and well developed character. She is such a sweetheart, and I really like that character development and chemistry that she had with this cute young boy that she met, and I really love that really strong connection that they had together somewhere around the second half of the film. And I really like that part that she did in the near end of the movie that I'm not allowed to spoil. So yeah, I will say Yuki, she's a great character overall. And I'll go ahead and tell you about my final thoughts of this movie called Wolf Children. Overall, Wolf Children is one of the best movies I have ever seen in my whole entire life in an anime style. It had a very well done storyline, has good likable characters, beautiful animation, great comedy moments, and sad moments, and drama moments. It had a good score, and yes, this movie's gonna make you cry big time. Hard for me to say. So for my rating for this movie, I decided to give this film a 9 out of 10. Please check out this movie to believe it. And that's all I could say about Wolf Children. So anyway, ladies and dudes, that's my whole entire movie review of Wolf Children. And I'll be back around like 1 week and 1 day thing. I'm heading back to the movie theaters and see the Black Panther. It's time to say hello to a big kitty that involves royalty. I can't wait to see that movie and tell you guys what I think about that film in the next chapter of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, if you know what I mean. So anyway, that's my whole entire movie review of Wolf Children, and I'll be back for another one coming soon in 1 week and just 1 day. And I'll see you guys later, and sayonara.